Hello the internet! It is Saturday the 19th of August 2023 and welcome back to the channel. By now you would have seen the crazy plane woman. We did a stream on this about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Crazy woman on a plane citing something that wasn't human and she demanded to be let off the plane. I found the comments section on that live stream to be particularly interesting. Now that what's happened is this woman has come out and made an apology video, but not explaining anything. It's very interesting, the video that she came out with, because it doesn't give anybody any insight into what actually happened, except that she apologized for it. So let's bring us all up to speed and take a look at, first of all, the incident. This is what went down. Let's take a little look for a reminder's sake.
But I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
So this is a stitch together of a few different pieces of this video, because obviously she starts at the back of the plane and walks forward, but these media outlets stitched it together to make it more cohesive, I suppose.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother.
Lots of cursing going on there, and that is part of well, that forms part of her apology.
That mother back there is not real, and you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. And there's a reason why I'm getting.
So then they just repeat it again and again. But so on my live stream, I made the I didn't assume anything, but what I did was I suggested, is she planted? Is she drunk? Is she a hoax? Or is it real? That's what we discussed. Hey, Daleski's in the chat. What it do? How you doing, man? G'day, Dale. How you going? So I made that stream asking, what do you think about that? Was this woman off her tits drunk? Was she planted there? Was the whole thing a setup? Or was it real? And we did a live stream and there was a lot of comments about it. And one of the main comments was, well, where is this woman? It's been 3 or 4 weeks at that point. Where is she? She's been kidnapped. She's been taken. Of course, that didn't happen, but people like to get excited. She came out and made a little video herself. Now, the thing that to note with this is her name is Tiffany Gomas, but this YouTube channel where this video appears may or may not be her actual channel. I mean, if you take a look at the channel before we watch her video, you take a look at it, it's only got one video, and it's this video, which could well be ripped from TikTok or wherever it went first. The channel was created only a few weeks or a week ago now, so this could just be a re-upload. So I will link it in the chat, so if you wanted to watch it, you can grab it yourself. I'll put a little linky poopy in the chat there. Daleski, I do not mock mental illness, however, it gets a bit tedious at times. I mean, or it doesn't look like she has any kind of mental illness. I'm still claiming that she was drunk. That's what I'm claiming. But let's watch her apology video and see if it sheds any light onto the situation. Spoiler alert, it does not, except, well, it doesn't shed any light onto what you want to have the light shed on, but it is her video nonetheless. Let's take a look here. Let's make it full screen.
Hi everyone, it's me, Tiffany Gomas, probably better known as the Crazy Plane Lady, which is completely warranted. As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time.
So hold on a second. She says there, as you know, she's been unwilling to speak on the video. We don't know that because she hasn't spoken. We assumed, well, some of us assumed she'd been taken by the CIA I'll get to that stuff in a moment. But some viewers thought that she was her whole family had been taken. MD Wit, hello Benon, hello MD Wit, how you doing? She admitted crazy is accurate. She admitted crazy. Well, she admitted that she's known as the crazy plane woman.
Tiffany Gomas, probably better known as the crazy plane lady.
That's not admitting that she's crazy. That's just acknowledging that's the nickname that she's been given.
Which is completely warranted.
Well, okay, so it's warranted that she's been given the nickname. It's not warranted that she's crazy. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She's not cray-cray.
As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time.
It's interesting. It's finally time to speak on the video. Okay, good. What did you see? What was the thing that you saw?
First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions.
First and foremost, does that mean there's something additional coming? Spoiler alert, there isn't. But first and foremost usually means that there's going to be a second and a third and a follow-up and a conclusion. But she doesn't. Okay, I won't spoil it.
To take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable.
My actions were completely unacceptable. Okay. Well, not if you saw a shapeshifter. Not if you saw a lizard man. Not if you saw a vertically blinking human.
Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case.
When you're distressed, by definition, you're no longer in control. So why is she apologizing for what she did? As we'll see in a moment, she's not actually apologizing for that. She's apologizing for the cursing. She's apologizing for swearing is what happens. Spoiler alert.
My use of profanity was completely unnecessary. And I want to apologize to everyone on that plane, especially those that had children aboard. Can't imagine going through that and trying to explain to your kid what in the world just happened.
Well, this is coming from someone that doesn't have kids. I think kids are quite used to the F-bomb, right? They're quite used to the MF bomb as well. They watch television. A lot of kids know swearing. Hope all is well with you, MD. Thank you, MD. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Dalesky, she's admitting that she behaved in an insane manner. People are lucid at times, delusional at other times. Well, from what it sounds like, I don't think she's acknowledging that. She's more acknowledging that she was distressed and therefore used inappropriate language. I might be jumping the gun if you haven't seen this video, but that's kind of what this alludes to me. She's more apologizing for the usage of the words that she chose to use while under distress.
To take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case. My use of profanity was completely unnecessary.
See, I disagree with that. I think profanity is needed in places. If you've just seen a lizard man with vertically blinking eyes, shape-shifting, and you fear that the plane is going to be knocked out of the sky because that guy is not real, I think that deserves an F-bomb. She's completely within... In fact, if there's ever a time to use swearing, it would be right there and then.
And I want to apologize to everyone on that plane, especially those that had children aboard.
So you're apologizing for people that might have been offended by your language. I mean, fuck. I'm sorry, everybody. I just swore. Sorry. I'm very sorry to offend you. Get over it. People, it's not if people get upset, then they get upset. It's not on you.
Can't imagine going through that and trying to explain to your kid what in the world just happened.
Well, that's parenting, isn't it? That's part of the parent's job to explain to their children. So you're not parenting every kid that's on board the plane. What are we going to next have? Adults only planes and children only planes? Come on. We all got to live together. What sucked was how it affected everyone on that flight. Well, yeah, but don't forget, she believes, and that's what, we'll hit this point, but that's what gets me about this video. She doesn't actually mention the thing. She doesn't mention why she left the plane. So Yeah, you said you've seen it. Okay, spoiler alert, so have I.
We all have our bad moments, some far worse than others, and mine happened to be caught on camera for the whole world to see multiple times. Sorry, trying not to sound like Minnie Mouse.
Try not to sound like Minnie Mouse? I mean, I'll still maintain that she's an extremely attractive woman. I got flamed for that in the comment section as well. Well, not flamed, but...
Well, it has been really comical for everyone, and I have highly enjoyed so many of the memes.
Yeah.
On the flip side, it is very invasive and unkind, and I don't know what I would do without the love and support of my friends and family.
Okay, so she's copping a lot of flack for it, which is understandable. And I don't think this video is going to help her cause if she doesn't really explain anything. Dalsky, hallucinations are common with certain forms of mental illness, psychosis. You think she's got a mental illness? Is that what you're claiming? I'm no doctor, but I'm not seeing it.
They are loyal to a fault, and I don't know what I did to deserve them.
So she's got a good support network. She's got a good family behind her. You're calling mental illness. Okay.
Sorry, y'all. I hope that I can use this experience and do a little bit of good in the world, and that is what I intend to do. So she wants
to turn this around into something good. I mean, that's positive, isn't it? That's a good thing. I mean, not speaking on the thing might have been the best tactic for her. Okay, I'll let her finish.
I hope that you guys can accept my apology and I can begin to move on with my life.
What? So, okay, so there she's got a little, join me on a journey of promoting positive mental health and standing up against cyberbullying. So she's got a website. Let's take a look at the website. Didn't see that. TiffanyGomas.com. Tiffany, 2 F's, man. TiffanyGomas.com. Did I spell that wrong? That's quite slow. See, I told you. So, okay. I'll be honest. When I saw her video, I ejected before that end slate. I ejected when she said, I apologize, because...
Begin to move on with my life.
This part about beginning to move on with her life too, she looks like she's well and truly into her life. You know, she's already existing. She's not young is what I'm saying. Tiffany, 2 F's, TiffanyGomas.com. I'm spelling it right. Tiff. Oh no, okay, finally it. So here is her link to her. I guess this is her channel then, if she links to it. Does this go? Okay, so I got that wrong. That does link out to her channel. Well, I mean, anybody could have re-uploaded this and created that end slate. I'm just being honest, it doesn't really make a difference, but I'm just trying to say, like, this may or may not be her channel. More than likely it is, but it might not be. So the fact that she doesn't call into account what actually happened, that's going to trigger a lot of people. Me personally, I'm not really that interested because, well, I don't believe that there are lizard people and vertically blinking humans and shapeshifters. I don't believe any of that crap. But something happened for her on that flight with whatever that gentleman that was sitting next to her, whatever happened in that particular point of time, I'd like to know what she thought it was. Coming at it from 5 weeks later, where she's clear about it, she's upset that she swore, she's made her apology, she's got a good circle of friends around her, so come out and explain what it was that tripped her up. And that way, you'll shut down a lot of the garbage, right? Because as we're going to see when we look at my stream from 4 weeks ago or whatever, a lot of people commenting with some very outlandish claims, very outlandish. And the way to silence them, the way to shut it all up would be for her to say, well, this is what I thought I saw, and this is what I thought happened, but I was just leaving wherever I was leaving, and I'd departed some friends, and we'd had a few drinks at lunch, and I'd had a couple in the airport, and plus I'm on this medication for this illness that we just found out she's got or whatever, and so everything tripped up, and I just tripped out. That would explain things. She may not even remember accurately what occurred, but then again, okay, at that particular point, you'd have a manifest of where she was sitting, and then you'd also have the other gentleman that she was talking about. People would know his name, right? People would know who that dude is. So she vacated. So on board that flight, there'd be her name on a seat, and the gentleman next to her is the person we're talking about. So if there is ever some kind of, well, we've got to dig deeper into this, pull the manifest from the airline, find out who the passenger was, find him, get him to explain it, and then all of this would go away. And all of these TikTok channels and shit that are popping off about this shape-shifting lizard plane guy, vertically blinking, all this crap would disappear. Like, it'd be gone like that. You know what would happen though? The crazy conspiracy nutters would be like, oh, no, they've got to her. They've gotten to her. They're making her say this. MD Wit, trauma does make on not remember, but does not make, trauma does make one not remember fully. Paranoia. Okay, so if we can't get it from her, we can definitely get it from the airline. The airline could say, dudes, we did not board a lizard person on our flight. For sure. There'd also be security footage of the lizard person sliding through the airport, getting through the checkout, through the security. Maybe he doesn't want to make his life online for weirdo spec, and that's the other point, right? He's got his own right to privacy, right? So in many ways, Tiffany Gomas, she has a duty to this gentleman to explain it. The onus is on her to say, hey, look, I made this into something that it's not. I don't want to apologize anymore for swearing for the kids on board the plane. I want to apologize to the gentleman that I called a lizard person that has shapeshifted into a vertically blinking human, because he also has his existence, which is now ruined by me. So yeah, she should apologize for that. How much did she drink? We don't know. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to look at my stream here. So this is the stream that I did a month ago. And I want to just go through some of these comments here. My description says, lots of speculation surrounding this woman and the shapeshifter seen on a plane. Is it possible she was planted to further the narrative of shapeshifters? Let's discuss. I pinned this comment because I thought it was the best. And when I say the best, I mean the best in the nuttiest way possible. This person, Misty Deco, says, she was not acting, she was afraid. I have went to war with a shapeshifter. I'm sick of people brushing stuff off. Of course, I replied. The first person said, can you tell us more? I said, yes, I'd like to know more too. Then they said they didn't know how to use the comment section. I just wrote a whole paragraph and posted it. Now I don't see it. And this person said, can you tell us again? So here she goes. I met a guy who showed up in Austin at a reggae club. They are an occultist, shapeshifts, and time manipulation. So this is just after meeting a guy in a reggae club. Automatically they're an occultist. Shapeshifting and time manipulation. I was around this guy in 2016 to 2018 when I knew it was him. Everyone thought I was lying. So at this point, you haven't proven anything. You've just said it happened. Everyone from my past is not around me. People die. I have to have a jinn removed. What the fuck is... Can you see that? I have to have a jinn removed. What the hell is a jinn? Now I've gone too deep. I can't see it. A jinn. What is a jinn? I have to have a jinn removed. Some faith healers strike the possessed person, claiming that it is a jinn that suffered the pain. Okay, so it's about removing some gnarly shit. He knew about herbal medicine. I'm not going into the story again. This is classic YouTube comments. This person claims to have solid evidence of a war with a shapeshifter, and when we all ask about it, I'm not going to go into it again. I'm not going to go into the story. Okay, so we can dismantle all that. We can discredit all that. Next person, one of the side effects of commonly prescribed medications for flight anxiety is hallucinations. Tamiflu can cause hallucinations, so that can't be ruled out. This is true. Okay, that can't be ruled out. She doesn't claim that, but that can't be ruled out. I mean, it would be nice to have heard her take on that. Does she take medications for anxiety on flights? That would have been a good thing for her to address. If she was going to talk about the thing, right? Instead of apologizing for cussing, and she was going to actually address the situation, that would have been a good point to hit. I do take medication, or I don't take medication. The medication I take is for anxiety on board a flight, or it's for something entirely separate, which causes potential for XYZ to happen. I'd had the beverages with my friends. I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying this could have been a plausible story. I was saying farewell to a bunch of people that I'm not going to see for 5-6 months. We went out to lunch. We drank. I had a few drinks at the airport, boarded the plane. Medication kicked in. Saw a funny looking guy, is a bit smaller than me, had a green hat on, he looked like a leprechaun, and I tripped up. That's all it would take. That's all it would take. Great point. She owes him an apology. I still think if she's going to apologize, she needs to apologize to the gentleman who she pointed at. 100%. This is my thing in my experience. People with these kind of issues seldom apologize to those they slander. Okay. It's funny she's apologizing to these kids that didn't. I mean, was there a bunch of people that complained to the airline saying, you know, that woman's behavior was unacceptable, she should have been removed from the plane? Well, she did actually leave the plane herself. What more can the airline do? I don't know if there was anybody that complained. Did anybody complain to the airline? Did the airline receive complaints about that? People were late, people were delayed, but that happens every day on flights. MD Wit, Islamic belief jinn are real creatures that from another world than other of mankind, capable of causing physical and mental harm to human beings. So Google says, yeah, okay, jinn is a genie. I did not know that's what that was. A genie in a bottle, jinn genie. Right, okay, that makes sense. Let's continue with these comments though, because I would like some accountability. I mean, heaven forbid I'm asking for accountability in a YouTube comment section, but some of these people need to be called. One message foundation is my fave. This channel says Mike Hallowell has books on these topics. He became a Muslim after reading the Quran. Okay, fair enough. Natalie John Ivana, 1782. I don't see anywhere that she says shape-shifting. However, how do you explain angels and even Jesus not being recognizable by his own friends and disciples? I answered with, wow, that's a twist in the story no one else brought. She's bringing the Bible into it. This person said, no, she did say it at the end of the video before they edited it. I can't find it anywhere. Imagine that. KDGS64 says, she sounds terrified. Doesn't sound drunk at all. I said, bit of both. This person says, she didn't have to be drunk though. How do you know she wasn't hallucinating from pills? This is what Dale in the chat said. So where is everyone getting drunk from? At the airport lounge, dude. Where else do you get drunk on an airport? Tybot Git said, I heard the other guy looked at her and blinked vertically. Eyelids closing like an elevator door. Elevator doors close this way. That's vertical, right? From top to bottom. Horizontal, left to right. Diana Puning. Okay, I was wondering why didn't he say anything? It's really suspicious that he just sat there. I mean, she's literally screaming. Just a thought. I mean, yeah, the gentleman doesn't say anything. The guy, I mean, we don't see the guy in the video. We don't see who she's pointing at. But yeah, he didn't speak up. He might have been like, why would I entertain this? I'm just another dude on a plane. Dalesky, I doubt alcohol had anything to do with this. I completely stand by it. I'm calling it that she was drinking. I'm calling that she was drunk. Tiffany, what's your tickle? What's your poison? I reckon she'd had a few. Jenny Rules said, I've seen the clip a few different times on different channels, and also there is another video out there of one of the guys freaking out on a plane because he's seen something. I watched that clip as well. Apparently it was a week apart from the lady on the plane freaking out, and he really looked scared as anything. He said the same thing. The person he was sitting next to was not real. He literally jumped out of his seat and was walking fast to exit. I will try and find what podcast I watched it on last week. Okay, I just went back through my watch history, and the channel I watched it on is Minutes of Horror, so I don't know what to believe, but I will leave my open mind to the possibilities. That has to be the longest sentence that's ever existed on a YouTube comment. Dude, if you're gonna make a big statement, for fuck's sake, apologies to the kids on planes, use some punctuation. That's one whole sentence. That's got no commas, no periods, nothing. Get out of here. Emoji Token, how you doing, man? I think she has certain beliefs before this experience. I think that she has certain beliefs before this experience. So you think this is her faith? Then why wouldn't she have addressed that? Why wouldn't she have come out and said, this is what I believe? This would have been the golden chance for her to make a claim like that, right? She's got the whole planet waiting on her to speak. Possibly the only time people will be waiting on her is now. And she came out, and instead of explaining anything, she apologized to a bunch of children that didn't require it, and then she directed us to her website. 1 and 1 make 2. Could this just be a whole marketing ploy? Is she going to release a line of cosmetics or perfumes and shit? Is that what's going to happen? Shapeshifter, eyelid. She's got lovely makeup, right? Is it going to be the shape-shifting plane line? Sister snapped. FFC Fando, has anyone mentioned the person who recorded this? They started recording pretty early on, and she comes back to get them into the frame. It seems staged. You idiot. She's walking up a plane. People on YouTube just want something to be gnarly, right? They just want there to be a story. She is walking from the tail part of the plane to the exit. She has to walk down the corridor past the person filming. So of course she's going to come into the field of his vision. There's nothing there at all, but people dig at it. They're like, if I keep digging this sand, I'm going to find maybe an old can, and that old can could be linked to prehistoric times. It's just stupid, hey? Dalesky, people with certain mental health issues have psychotic breaks, various triggers, stress, for example. So you're still claiming mental health? She. Okay. All right, dissecting that. Why would she not mention that in her apology video? At the very end, she directs us to a website which mentions mental health. But wouldn't that have been the golden time to draw attention to it? Look, I let off, I flipped out. I've got prescription medication for this mental health disorder. I'm on board that flight. Things all happened. Here's the situation. Here's my mental diagnosis. Here's what I do to mitigate that. Obviously, I need to reevaluate that next time I fly. I'd like to provide help for others in that same situation. Here's my website. Here's a list of things that you can do to lower the... Here's what you can do in that situation. But instead, she didn't do any of that. She just said sorry to the children and go to my website. And then when you get there, you see mental health. So I don't know. I don't know. Bannon, I'm not paying you $1,000 for that can. Kick it down the road. I know what you're referring to. I did put it up on Can Museum. Let's continue on. And then this other person, they film her, but not the person she's talking about. They film her like this is a huge conspiracy. It's just one person on a plane that started filming, dude. Or she was just bored and made up a story, MD Wit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. This person says, not for nothing, I believe her. Sick ski babadabadabadoo. I think her belly skin is hers. This is a weird one. I think her belly skin is hers, but the tank top looks to me like part of a latex outfit that covers her torso, arms, neck, and head. I think maybe her leg skin may be latex too. Planted. in my opinion. What the fuck, dude? Really? You can tell from this that she's latex? Okay. Like I said, the internet, eh? JD Pro 2222. Why did the woman walk past the filmer and then walk back and stand in the perfect spot to give the speech for the filmer? You idiot. This person, France, she could be telling the truth. And I replied, so there's a fake person on board the plane and only one person sees them. Imagine that. You're on a plane. It's chockers. It's about ready to depart. One person sees a fake human, a shapeshifter. Nobody else sees it. She gets up. She storms to the front of the plane. She gives a speech that lasts 30 odd seconds. She directs everybody else to leave and nobody else sees it. No one else. You see? You see how stupid that sounds, Francis? Eric says, you are a conspiracy nutter when you say you think she's planted. Hey, dude, I asked the question. I didn't state anything. I said planted, hoax, drunk, or on drugs. I didn't make a claim of anything, you twat. I asked the question for the sake of conversation. And yet you call me a conspiracy nutter? You're the one adding to the conspiracy by putting that kind of comment in my YouTube chat? Get out of there. Get him out of there. Dude, open your eyes. Check out ancient cultures. The phenomenon is well documented. You don't allow for the possibility of what being authentic. Wake up. Hewing pen 9197. Open your eyes. Check out ancient cultures. No worries, dude. I said, show me one clean high-res video of shape-shifting occurring and I'll stand corrected. It's 2023 and you tools are still peddling that lousy low-res garbage as evidence. Get your hand off of it. I stand by that. JD Pro, are you sponsored by Jack Daniels? No, I'm not. Avs fan, interesting you think that she's attractive. And I said, well, probably should have said she's not hideous. We just have different types. It's all good. Avballs, I know now what Ryan Gosling will look like in the future. And I've had that before. Yeah, Ryan Gosling, I mean, we do look sort of similar, but, you know, he's a shapeshifter. Now, Benon, asking questions is not allowed. Surely you realize that by now. Must YouTube ban you from their Discord? Ah, shit. I'm not on their Discord, YouTube. So that's my take on that apology video, or that video. I'm going to leave it with this. Unless this woman comes out, and there's going to be two things that happen, right? She'll either come out with a product to sell, or an ebook, or a cosmetic line, or a brand of medication branded. There'll be some deal, right? There'll be something that'll either happen or that won't happen, and she'll come out and say the whole thing was a stitch up. Nothing, like the dude on the plane was just a regular Joe. I drank too much. That's what this first video that's come up, that doesn't explain anything. It's almost she's left it for a month to build up these conspiracies. Oh, there were other comments here that we missed where she's missing and stuff. Yeah. Sorry, I missed this one here. This incident is real because after this incident, her family is dead. Her family's dead? No, they're not. You idiot. Ninj Singh Sedum. This person, Love Farrell 5154. You guys, she's literally missing. You think she was faking it? She's literally missing. Anyone that uses the word literally in sentences like that, they're literally not understanding literally how English literally works, literally. She's literally missing. So I make the answer. She's not missing. You show me a video of her before the incident. Show me her online presence before the incident. And then when she is Missing, I'll understand more what you mean. She's no longer online. She stopped posting anything, therefore she's missing. Before this incident, nobody knew of her. She had no online presence. So she can't be missing from something that she didn't actually have to begin with, you absolute nutter. People, right? She's literally missing. Look, my response to this comment. Missing is the wrong word. Show me anything of her before this incident online and then maybe I'll consider her missing. I'd say she's embarrassed and hiding. Literally. So I can't believe we overskipped those. I didn't see them before, but those are two of the bigger comments. People saying that she's gone, she's missing. No, she was there going, fuck, look at that video of me. Look at that video of me. What the hell was I thinking? How do I get out of this one? What can I do? What can I do? Man, I look like a nut, right? And all that cursing. I don't normally swear, but wow, I was letting it fly. What do I do? What do I do? I'm going to wait for a while. Let the thing simmer over a bit. Let it sort of start to dissipate. And then I'll come out and I'll explain. I'll make an apology video. As far as apology videos go on YouTube, probably one of the better ones in terms of apologizing but not actually addressing the sitch. I'm literally annoyed with these idiotic comics on YouTube. Literally. Well, look, so yeah, she's either going to come out with a product line or an endorsement or a brand deal of some sort. That's what that website's going to go for. TiffanyGomas.com if you want to go and check it out. Gomas, not with a Z, Gomas. TiffanyGomas.com. Or she'll come out and she'll be like, nah, nothing happened. It was all a stitch up. Bit of a giggle, bit of a laugh. Just trying to make a point here. Claim my fame. You guys that believed all this shit, bad luck. I'm just fueling you and you guys all lapped it up. That's probably more in line with what will go down. If I've got it all wrong, let me know because I often get things wrong, but that's my take on it. I'm sticking with it. My take on it hasn't changed since when it happened, even including this video that she released. My take hasn't changed at all. I'm claiming she was drunk. I'm claiming she was emotional. I'm claiming nothing. There's nothing there at all. It's this emotional drunk person having a moment that she's highly embarrassed by, and she regrets it. But she will milk it. She will capitalize on it for sure. That's my take on it. I hope you've enjoyed your take. Smash the like button. I see 4 watching and 4 likes. That's a number that sits well. Cheers, Azizes. Get out of here.